Hey, this is a video on how to stretch your ears, and I'm sorry about my face and everything. Today I stayed home from school, I don't feel good. Yeah, so here we go. Alright, so first of all, when you get your ears pierced, they are at a 20 gauge or an 18 gauge, and the gauges go, and gauge is a number, it's a measurement, like a unit of measurement, like grams, millimeters, whatever. It's in millimeters. They use those in the UK and other parts of the world. They don't usually say like 2 gauge, whatever. They say 4 mil, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, my ears are stretched. This ear's at 5/8. This ear's at 9/16. Okay, here we go. I go through two methods of stretching: taping and using like tools to stretch, like tapers, pinchers, spirals, stuff like that. So, because after a point you don't want to use those tools anymore, you want to use tape. You want to tape out to the size. But here we go. So, you get your ear pierced, it's either a 20 gauge or an 18 gauge. If you get it pierced at a piercing shop, you can have them do it at a higher gauge, so it's easier to stretch after that. You should wait a while to start stretching, let them heal and everything, make sure they're all good. And when you stretch your ears, you start stretching, you're going to be using a taper at first. And this is a taper. It's small at one end, and it gets bigger, and it gets to the size. See where it flattens out, and it's like this is the size at the end, like from here on is the size. And you, with jewelry or with a taper, if you're going to wear a taper, it's jewelry, but you really shouldn't. You have O-rings that keep it on. And you shouldn't wear tapers as jewelry because they cause uneven weight distribution in your ear, and that can be a problem. But if you don't have the money to buy jewelry and whatever, by all means do it, because I did it a lot. I wore tapers as jewelry for a while. And at the smaller sizes, you don't have to wait as long in between stretches as you do at the bigger sizes. The bigger sizes, it becomes months instead of weeks. So the smaller sizes, like maybe I'd say from about 14 to 6s or 8s, you can only wait a few weeks in between, and then after that it's months. It all depends on your body though, and your ears, and when you stretch it shouldn't hurt. But if it does, it should just be a little like stinging feeling. It shouldn't be horrible. You shouldn't be unable to handle it, because that's a sign of tearing or possible blowouts. Your ears shouldn't bleed when you stretch either. And blowouts are really nasty and all that. It's just not good, so don't do that. And don't skip sizes, because that could cause that too. So you would start, the sizes go 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, double 0, then it goes to fractions, and it goes to 7/16, which that's what this is. This is a 7/16 taper. Then half inch, then 9/16, then 5/8, then 3/4, then 7/8, and then an inch. And after that, I don't know. But those are the sizes, so you want to do that. And when you stretch, you would take your plug, your jewelry that you're going to use. So in this case, I'll go through it even though my ear's bigger than this now. Oh, and you want to use lubrication too. You'd want to use vitamin E oil or gel like I have, or jojoba oil, because that's good for your ears, good for your skin, keeps them healthy, lets them heal up faster, and it makes it easier to go in. You should never dead stretch, which is stretching without lubrication. And you shouldn't use spit. No. And in swift motion, you're going to put the jewelry on the other end and pop it right in there. But there's an end on here, I haven't unscrewed it, I don't feel like going through it. And then you would have your plug in. And you shouldn't stretch with double flared plugs, because it's harder to get in. This is double flare. It goes out on both sides. If it was single flare or no flare, that would be best, which means it would be flat on top or flat on one side, which be single flare. So that's the taper method, and you should only wear tapers or stretch with tapers up until about half inch. After that, you should be taping up, because big tapers, it's too much stress on your ears, and it's just not a good idea. Sorry, Law and Order's in the background on TV. And okay, for taping, you should use Teflon tape, that's what this is. If you're not sure if it's Teflon tape you have in your house, maybe your dad has it. It's plumbing tape, basically, and it's called PTFE thread seal tape. That's what it'll say on it, but it's called Teflon tape, but it might not say that on there. And it's not adhesive and non-porous, so your skin isn't gonna grow into and stick to it. That's the problem with like electrical tape and other tapes. So you should either be using this or bondage tape, but this is a lot easier to get your hands on if you're younger, and I would prefer this. And you would wrap it around your jewelry and put it in, and you put on a new layer every couple days or weeks or whatever you feel is right until you get to your next size. That's how you would stretch with this. I started taping at half inch, and now and so I've taped through 2 sizes, so I'm at 5/8 in this one. This ear is less cooperative. One of your ears is always going to be stupid about it. Literally, okay, like, I waited 9 months to go from 7/16 to half inch. So when I stretched, it wasn't even a stretch. They just popped right in, right? And there was a lot of space. So I figured I could tape out to 9/16. This one I had no problem with. It was pretty much already at that size anyway. This year, it was like, screw that. Like, it was fine with half inch, but it's like always a size behind. So I don't have to wait a while. I've been taping this up, but it's not cooperating. So that's why I feel lopsided, and I'm at 5/8 and at 9/16. But you have to pay attention to your body and what you're feeling, because if you don't, it's going to end badly. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any questions, comment below. If there's anything I didn't mention, comment below. Tell me what you want. Yeah, okay, bye.